Hey, how are you doing? Hope I'm finding you well, and welcome to this week's Weekly Wisdom. Slightly different as far as venue is concerned currently, because I'm actually in the other half's wonderful garden here in Lilleshall, Shropshire, and here in the UK. So, you'll notice the attire is slightly different this week as well. So it makes a change not to actually be in a shirt and tie. And the simple reason is I've literally just come back from my first run of this year. Okay, and you may well be thinking, Dave, you lazy sod, it's middle of April and it's your first run. But there is a reason for that, and it's connected to the video I did last week as well. See, the main reason for this is a few weeks ago, I got COVID symptoms. Now, I have to say there were symptoms, and the simple reason is all of my lateral flow tests were coming back as negative. There was nothing there whatsoever, but I had the symptoms. Now, it could be argued that, hey, no matter what you do these days, everything is a symptom of COVID, and I grant you that. But what I'm just about to share may well have an impact on you personally, professionally, or indeed as far as your business is concerned, because I knew there were certain things that I wanted to do, and for me, it was a case of starting running again. But I wasn't doing it because the COVID symptoms had left me with, apart from anything else, this really annoying cough. So, excuse me, so just on cue, it turns up. But because of that, there are certain things I haven't been doing recently, including going for my run. Because, I've actually been sitting, I've been working or whatever, and I've actually been coughing and spluttering, but because of that, I hadn't been doing what my goal was. And my goal was to get fitter again and, achieve certain things as far as my running is concerned. Now, depending on your perspective, that can either be viewed as a valid reason or an excuse. And why am I sharing this? Look, this is not meant to be an autobiography or anything along those lines, but I'm sharing this for the simple reason. What are you not doing that you are creating a story that it's either a compelling reason or it's an excuse, but it's preventing you from reaching your next level? Now, that may well sound a bit harsh, and arguably it's supposed to, because it's hopefully asking you the question of what more can I give? And that is the point. See, I mentioned in last week's video, we can always give a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. But we tend not to. We tend to pull up short. And it's the same as far as this is concerned, and really focusing on what you need to focus on. And to give you an idea today, let's say this is my first run since about October of last year. So obviously you're talking of around about 4 or 5 months, something along those lines. Now, my focus today was to reach this particular landmark. Okay? That was my one goal today, apart from keeling over and dying. Okay, so I had two goals today. But that was my main goal today, to reach this particular landmark. In my mind, it was about a mile. I found out today it's a lot longer than that. So the reality was I was aiming to get there and back. It wasn't quick. It wasn't overly taxing as such, for the simple reason, and you runners out there will know this, it's about getting miles in your legs. I was just getting the body to get used to going over things again. But if I'd have contemplated the distance and realised what the real distance was before I went, I probably would have changed my focus, meaning I would have decided to go somewhere a little bit closer and come back. But if I'd have done that, I wouldn't have been given my all. I wouldn't have been given 100%. Now, I was closer to giving 100% this time because the reality was I'd stretched myself. a lot more than what I thought I would do. And that 4 miles was non-stop as well. And like I say, it wasn't quick. Slugs were overtaking me, but it wasn't quick. Didn't stop. I just continued going. And that's the thing with every element of life, whether it's personal life and your relationship, whether it's professional life and your career, whether it's your business. What more can you do? What are you focusing on to help you get where you want to get to? And when you're actually focusing on things, don't make it such a short focus. The whole point of focus and goals is to expand yourself. And again, I did that today, but like I say, that wasn't intentional from that side. See, we as human beings can always do phenomenal things. But what frustrates me massively, as you've probably gathered when you've been watching this series, is it frustrates me there's so many phenomenal people that are just stopping short. They're not taking the next step out of the comfort zone, if you will, and hence they're not actually living a happy, fulfilled life. Now, we all have a choice, don't we? We all have a choice. So maybe, just maybe, for this week, rethink what your focus is. And as I've shared previously, it's progress over perfection. You wouldn't anticipate becoming a brain surgery overnight, would you? What do you mean you are? Okay. No, but you wouldn't. Let's be honest. It's all about taking the next step, learning, adapting, making it better for the next step, learning, adapting, making it better for the next step. Because again, when you think about it, there are so many people that are phenomenal business people now, phenomenal relationships now, but they've all been through really rocky times. But what they've done, they've learned, they've applied, they've adapted, and now they're reaping the consequences. And that's the same thing for us, for you, for me, with my running, with my business. And it's the same principles for yourself. Whether it is a case of it's business, whether it's professional career, whether it's purely personal relationships. Adapt, learn, and make sure your focus is in the right place. Okay? So, as I leave you from Annie's garden here in Lilleshall, I'll just say, have a fantastic week. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend as well. And no matter where you are, whatever you're doing, keep on being special. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. All right, in the meantime, look after yourself. And like I say, have a fantastic week. Catch up soon. Bye now.